Welcome back, Graybeard here. As you can see from my levels, I've spent some time up there, some quality time, maybe a day or so. And I also spent that time with the bartering hall off, and I added some tweaks to it. You see those lights there, so I can see from here if things are full. Of course, the fact that the minecart is up there and stuck is evidence that it's full, because if it wasn't full, it would be coming back down automatically. But because it's stuck there, it's full. And you can also tell that this is full because this light is on, and this overflow valve is working. I'll show you here. Basically, this is powered, this is turned off, piston goes down, comparator has nothing to compare through, and everything is turned off. So that means that all these here are now, well, some of them are not these ones here. Those are the last ones to fill up. First ones to fill up are right here. These are filling up with gold nuggets. So that all works great. And so all I have to do is just turn that on and I'll have plenty of stuff. Oh, and the thing that's inspiring the next project is these 3 chests. I'd like to have these 3 chests be chests of these automatically. Okay. So I'm looking at different ways of using this newfound ability for combining things. One thing I'd like to do. Good morning. And this I'm not going to do right now, but this is a little bit too complicated. There's not much room in here for it at the moment, frankly. Is I have this chest here, which just holds bone meal. I also have this chest and this hopper and this chest and these chests here, etc., etc., that hold bone meal blocks. Wouldn't it be cool if, when this chest filled up, it converted a row of these into one stack of bone meal blocks, and when it got too low, it grabbed a stack of bone meal blocks and converted those into a row of bone meal automatically. I think it'd be really cool, but I'm not going to do that right now, even though I'd like to. Frankly, this is used for too many other things right now, and it's a bit too complicated for the moment. Instead, what I'd like to do is have something that takes a shulker box of anything that can be combined into 9x1, combined in a crafting grid of 9x9, 3x3, to make another block, or another block, like those iron nuggets that become iron ingots, that become iron blocks, and convert that into a shulker box of the next level. So you give it a bunch of shulker boxes of iron nuggets, and it goes and it gives you fewer shulker boxes of iron ingots, and then fewer still shulker boxes of iron blocks. Or you can go the other way.
Nemon's design only goes in one direction, combining, making iron ingots out of iron nuggets. But I actually have a design, and I'll show you in the creative testing world, that will do the other thing and will automate it too. And I'll show you that right now. This is my design for the feature of sending a dropper into a crafting table feature from Carpet Mod. It has a switch here that lets you switch between going from combining to subtracting. So if I put in, like, if it's in combining mode, I put in 9 of these things, it will combine all 9 and give me an iron block. And if I do it the other way, put an iron block in here, it will split the iron blocks out into 9 iron ingots and give you 9 iron ingots. And I can then, of course, put those 9 iron ingots back in here, and it'll give me 81 iron nuggets. Eventually. Nothing ever said it was the fastest thing in the world, but it gets the job done. The basic idea is comparator. If this is unpowered, it drops it through right away. If it's powered, it waits until it's full. That's all that lever does. And then this won't allow the next one to go through until this is empty. So, oh, sorry. Add a few more here. So if there's something in here, once it's empty, it releases it so some more can go in. And there you have plenty of nuggets. If you ever like nuggets. And then I found some designs for shulker loaders and unloaders, and some ways to manage the shulker boxes. And this is an older version of what I came up with. Yeah, it's something. The latest version is over here. And this glow you see around it is... Hang on, I need to get rid of that. Oh, no, that's not it. Hang on a second. Okay. One other thing I did was install litematica. I'm still learning how to use it. So, this is the beast that I've cooked up to do this whole thing. The top part is a shulker unloader. Shulker boxes go in here, go down here to this dispenser, come out here where they get unloaded. Piston pushes the shulker boxes over to here where they go down that hopper chain over there. And the items go in this chest here, and the items go through here into this dropper and this crafting table. And the resulting items go down to this shulker box loader, which is already primed, empty at the moment. When this is full, it gets pushed down onto this honey block, and it goes through and gets picked up by the hopper, and gets sent up this water stream all the way back up to the top. Excuse me, and it's up in this chest here. or I have plenty of iron nuggets. The shulker boxes, there's two things that happen to them. In the unloader, they come down here, they go down the hopper chain here, and then go to this dropper elevator, and then across here into this storage area here. And then I have this right here, and believe it or not, this scaffolding is actually redstone. May not look like it, but it is. And that's the signal I use to tell me that I need another shulker box. May not look like it, but it is. There's only a couple in here, and I'll show you how that works. It's over here. I got the idea for it, but not the final design, from Ilmango, and I'll of course link to him because this is a wonderful video. It's all about using non-redstone blocks, or blocks that aren't in this tab here, for redstone, usually with observers. So the way this works is, if you look carefully, if you look over here on the left side at the distance where my mouse is right now, it says distance 0. If you go here to the next block over, it says distance 1. There's the 1 right there where my mouse is. And if I open this trapdoor, now this one is showing distance 0. That's how far away this scaffolding is from the block that is supporting it on the ground. Because the trapdoor is closed, it's being supported by the trapdoor. When you open the trapdoor, it's being supported by this one here. And that's true of all these ones all the way up here. So when you change how it's being supported, the observer picks that up, fires the dropper here, which gets restocked by these guys here, and all the way down here we have dispenser here. Doesn't change whenever there's 1. There's 5, 4. There's 4 in there now. 3, 2, 1. There's 1 left, and now when that 1 is gone, that flips. 1 comes down, it flips again. Another one comes down, and there's 2 in here. And that's how it works. It all sends 2 down, but that's fine. Do it again, nothing happens. Do it again, and 2 come down. 1, 2. It's not fast, but it doesn't have to be, because it takes a long time to do that. And I go here, and I restock these the old-fashioned way, creative-wise. I built this as well, just for the fun of it. If you want to send a redstone signal through leaves, you can do that too. Leaves have a distance value that says how far they are from the nearest piece of wood. Whoop. Right. So what it was showing 7, now it's showing 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if you move the piece of wood so it's touching it, it changes it, and again, but the limitation for this is it only goes up to 6. So this is pretty much unlimited, because even this one here has a distance of 1. So a few other things to show you about this. I needed a way to control the combining versus splitting. You know, do I want my iron nuggets to be iron blocks, or do I want my iron ingots to be iron blocks or iron nuggets? And the way I did that is with these honey blocks here. Right down here is that same redstone loop that you saw over there. And there's the whole thing flipped, of course. So that is a redstone. That redstone block comes up next to this here. Flip the lever here. When that redstone block there is next to that comparator, then this is in combining mode, and it waits until this is full of blocks. Oop. I'm not sure why that one left. Anyway. And there's a lot of stuff. This is pretty compact. This whole area is fairly dense. You know, like, for example, here, this is a torch here, a torch there, dust there. Keep this from firing or unpowering. So the way this works here is, now that you understand this, when this goes empty, these unpower and this closes, thus changing this distance, and then this observer triggers and this observer triggers, powering this block briefly, which causes this dropper to send a shulker box into this hopper chain, and it will do it twice, of course, because it powers and unpowers. And then these get fed from here, and whoops, how did you get there? Oh yeah, I think I remember how. You have to be careful when you drop things. Oh. Yeah, I thought so. Have to be careful dropping things around here. I haven't put composters on all these hopper chains yet. I have to do that too. Also, this chest is rather useless. I could probably just replace it with a hopper pipe, because everything is just going to go up here anyway, and if it's full, it's going to despawn. Everything goes up here, and I use honey blocks here to keep to be able to open this, and so everything will end up in the hopper anyway. And as I said, I'm using litematica for this, which I've never used before. Let's see how well I can remember how to use it. It's still a big learning curve. I had practice here adding it underground, because ultimately it's going to end up underground. I'll show you where it's going. I think it's going when I get back. That's over here. Load schematics. Unload that. Load schematics. Version 2. This also gives you a nice material list, so I know what I need. Some smooth stone, glass, lots of hoppers, some scaffolding, dust, some chests, honey blocks, lots of droppers, few comparators, torches, observers, some sticky pistons, blocks of redstone, etc., etc., etc. Oh. Interesting. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot to this actually. Oh, that is nice. That updates automatically. Cool. Oh, I haven't loaded schematics yet? Okay. Version 2. Load. And that also creates a placement. And there it is. Exactly the wrong place for it. Let's bring this back down. Should remember how to do that. Don't want it there. Yeah, that worked. So, there it goes. So now, these are not really here. I don't know how familiar you are with litematica, but essentially, I can place blocks and anything that belongs and is correct yeah. You can also change render layers. All below 72. I can shrink this down so I only see like the bottom 3 layers. So I build these layers, and then I go here and add more layers on top to make it easier to build. That's always fun. So the next step is to see about how easy this thing is to fit in my world. Yeah, no problem. Easy peasy. Actually, the hardest part is going to be this right here, believe it or not. I'll show you. Let's go over there now. Okay, I am near my aquarium, which is a rather important plot point. This is my original 2-block base. For sentimental reasons, I don't want to touch these 2 blocks, because this is where this was my first base way back when, in episode 1 of last season. I started placing things here, seeing if they could fit. The problem is, well, okay, this is not a problem here. Problem is, they have to fit here. Where you see sand, that is my aquarium. And where you see fire coral block, that is obviously my aquarium. needless to say. And so the hopper chain that is returning my shulker boxes to the storage is coming back right through here, which is exactly not where I wanted to be returning it. Just for yucks, let's just see how it works. I haven't even tried to load it in here yet. If I can find, oh, good, there it is. I think. Hmm. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Recognize that. This looks a bit wackadoodle, that's for sure. Ah, that chest there is that chest there. Okay, now so we'll go over to and over to that way. Okay, now I can do this here. Here we go. I think I have it. Yeah, this is actually correct here. That's correct. Oh, this is not going to work because I won't be able to even access these two chests. And I don't want to touch these two blocks here, do I? Oh, I can move it down one. I certainly can't move it up one unless I want to do something really drastic to that. Let's take a look in here, see how. Okay, the air blocks I'm not too worried about. Hang on a second here. Turn that off for the moment. That's the area I was looking at before.
should have realized that I would have had to either remove these 2 blocks, which I don't want to do, or move something somewhere else. If I go too far this way, I end up in my axolotl farm. And this way, I get I block the shaft, which I don't want to touch either. Or I just punt on this area and go find some other spot to do it in. Might fit over here somewhere. I'm not sure. Let me go into free cam and see how this looks. Whoop. I don't think this is all that free. If I go down a little bit, it's plenty free. Down too far, it's not free at all, but that's all right. I'm not going down that far. That's the shulker box return for the inventory system. In case I was wondering. I know you weren't. Well, okay. I think I need to find a better place for it. And here's my sugarcane farm. This might work somewhere, not here obviously, but down below here. Or I can go over here and go along this path here. This might work. This area might work as well. Just for context, this is the controls for my emerald elevator, emerald shower. And this area here might work. Down below here is just a pathway going over there. Yeah, this could work. I'll have to think about it. But that's a possibility. Yeah, I'll go that far there. But this area could work. It's not, it's still, I need, yeah. So there's a lever and 5 and lever, double chest, single chest, double chest is the user interface, if you will. And the far one has honey blocks on it, and the other ones are open, or don't really matter. I think I might try to put it here, but that's gonna take some. But that's gonna be another day. So, thank you for watching. I think that'll end up being in the next part. And hopefully I can get this started then. Okay, bye bye.